I was on the street with my friends, being who I am, which is dressed as a woman, and they stopped me on the street saying that, as a Muslim, you cannot cross-dress or you cannot behave such a way in public. I was basically subject to the Sharia law for cross-dressing.
Each state in Malaysia has a law which prohibits men from impersonating women and women from impersonating men. These are part of Sharia law in Malaysia, and they apply to Muslims, who constitute the majority of the population here. And under these laws that prohibit cross-dressing, Muslim transgender women are frequently arrested. They're the victim of raids that are carried out by the Islamic authorities.
We are just going to have our dinner. Suddenly I saw about 20 people who are in the religious attire. They are rushing toward the ballroom staircase, and I am totally in shock. I did not expect it to happen because this is an event that's being held at a private property. It's a closed-door event, a private function, and only for invited guests. It's so unfair for us being chased in such a way. It's just like we are criminals.
People being criminalized because of something that they didn't choose and they cannot change. It would be akin to penalizing someone because of the color of their skin.
I didn't expect that I'll be sentenced to jail, but the next thing I know, the judge sentenced me to 3 months imprisonment. These wardens, or we call them cikgu, they actually purposely asked me to show my breast in front of all the other inmates from one cell to the other cell. It was something that I can't forget till today, because I remembered that I was actually pleading to the warden, or we call them cikgu there. I know, please don't do this, but he just ignored me.
Nowhere under our constitution does it say that you can treat one part of the society in a demeaning and inhuman way.
Here at the Court of Appeals in Putrajaya, there's an important case that challenges the constitutionality of these cross-dressing laws. The lawyers in this case are arguing on behalf of transgender women that arresting transgender women for how they dress and for how they express themselves violates their right to equality, violates their right to freedom of expression, and also their right to freedom of movement, all of which are protected under the Malaysian constitution.
It's quite hefty to be sent to prison for a term of 6 months just because you happen to be cross-dressing. I realized, let's go after the law. Let's test this law with the constitution. It's never been done before. There's never been, to my knowledge, a direct challenge to a Sharia law in Malaysia for being inconsistent with fundamental liberties.
So these are basic rights that Malaysian citizens should enjoy, and hopefully we can move forward in building, a nation that respect each other instead of wanting to persecute one another in the name of Islam. Totally wrong, totally unacceptable.